Welcome to the Through These Gates podcast, the most rational Nebraska football show on the internet. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore. We're doing an audio-only episode this week. A couple things to address first off. We're doing an audio-only episode this week because I'm in kind of a hurry, and I just want to get this pumped out before the game starts, just with a prediction and everything. Second off, sorry about the hiatus. That was not intentional, completely unexpected, so Sunday or Saturday we went to the game. Sunday we came back, got back that afternoon, and it was so draining. I mean, have you ever drank all day and then went and sat in a stadium and then went back and drank some more? It's hell the next day. So Sunday there was no chance, and I kind of expected that. Monday I was just run down and just did not feel good, so we didn't do it then. Tuesdays when we shoot That's Based, that's my main show. I can't miss that, and that's pretty much that takes a while. It's a lot goes into that show. We work really hard on it. There's pre-show and everything. It's not, and it's segmented. It's not like an off the dome thing. We got to line up time with the guest. It's a whole ordeal. Wednesday, my fiance started complaining to me that she wasn't feeling good, so we wound up in the doctor's office all day. They thought they figured out what was wrong with her. They didn't, so we went, home that night, and then the next day we wound up in the emergency room for 9 hours for them to tell us she had a kidney stone. So sucks. Very unfortunate. Lots of time and money spent there, but at the end of the day, it could be much, 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 much worse than a kidney stone. Not fun, but it will pass, literally and figuratively, no pun intended. So that's why I was gone. A couple quick hitters. I want to make this quick. A couple quick hitters on the game here, on the Indiana game. It was really nice to see energy on the sideline for the first time in I don't know how long. Since Pelini. But it wasn't like a raving lunatic energy. It was like good energy. You know what I mean? Guys were held accountable. That was good, but they weren't cursed out. And they let them know when they did a good job. Everyone was accountable. Even the quarterback, Casey Thompson. Bad play, you're out. That's cool. Like a linebacker whiffs really bad. Defensive back blows an assignment. Offensive lineman gets burned. They get pulled out. Why not the quarterback? Running back fumbles. Why not the quarterback? It's like that's the one position we've decided, and I get rhythm and everything, but that's the one position we've decided is untouchable, and I liked to see that. It was different. Mark Whipple was fired up. You heard him talking about how he's going to be pissed off all week. Missed tackles, I think they had 6. They're averaging like 13.5 per game. Impressive. Bill Bush, it's hard, I don't want to get too excited because it was Indiana. I get it. But Bill Bush was doing his thing. And then, so it was good to see. Thompson threw a pick, and he didn't melt down. You can't tell me that wasn't a coaching thing. We've talked about Frost, his quarterbacks melting down in the fourth quarter. You have a quarterback that throws a pick, late game, and he doesn't just fall apart. He goes out there, puts his head back up, and goes out there and just wins. They won by 2 scores. Guys made mistakes, and when Indiana had, if you don't remember right, Indiana kind of had the energy, right? And the momentum going into the fourth quarter, or into the second half, and we won. That's as soon as that happened, as soon as they turned the ball over, as Purdy turned the ball over in the end zone, I was like, oh, here we go again. But no, they levied the storm. They weathered the storm, and they won. I don't know if Mickey Joseph's the long-term answer, but I really liked what I saw. It's nice to see. Even if he's not the long-term answer, even if they get blown out by Rutgers tonight, it was nice to see that for a change. Again, just Indiana, and tonight it's just Rutgers. Adrian Martinez watch, by the way, because we all love to do it, and we love to root for our guy. He's still kind of our guy. They beat Texas Tech 37-28. He was 12 for 19, 116 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Ran 12 times, 171 yards. Averaging 14.3 yards a carry, long of 69. Nice. 3 touchdowns, 1 fumble that he didn't lose. Oh, he's also 5th in the Heisman rankings. So there's that. You love to see it. Good for him, though. Truly. Quick hitter, real quick here. Like I said, we're going to keep this short just because we want to get the video out. Rutgers, I want to see the momentum. The offensive line looked a lot better last week. I'd like to see that momentum keep up. I'd like to see Mark Whipple get a little bit more creative with his play calling. I thought he was better last week. Not great, but better. I think those are the keys. Defense, was that a flash in the pan, or does Bill Busch have a legitimate defense? Does he have a legitimate shot at maybe keeping his job next year? Maybe not the defensive coordinator spot, but to be on the staff in some degree. Because right now I think Mickey's the only one who's guaranteed himself a spot. So Busch, I mean, let's see. These guys are all coaching for their job, like I said. Let's see Bill Busch go out there and earn himself a job. That's what I want to see. I want to see if the defense can keep it up. That's the big part. Offensive line and defense. The two weak spots of this team this year. I want to see if they can keep up the momentum they had from last week. If they can, I mean, Whipple was right. They can win the West. That's not out of the question that they win the West. It's not. You look at the schedule, I mean, you got Rutgers, Purdue, bye week, Illinois. Minnesota, they won't beat Michigan, but Minnesota looks way more human than they did 2 weeks ago. Wisconsin just fired their coach. Unbelievable. I think that had more to do with keeping Jim Leonard than the risk of maybe him going to coach at Nebraska or somewhere like that. And then Iowa looks terrible. So, I mean, you have a legitimate shot of winning like like 5 or 6 more games this year. Legitimate shot of doing that. I don't think they'll beat Minnesota. I don't think they'll beat Michigan. And I think they'll lose to one of Iowa or Wisconsin. But that's 6 wins. That's a bowl game, right? It's at least 6 wins in a bowl game. That's impressive considering how this season started. Rutgers, real quick. I'm going to go with another Nebraska win. I think Mark Whipple, bold prediction. I think he opens up the playbook and they get wild this week. I think they're going to. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 40-20 Nebraska. And I got to get wrapping it up here because we got to get going, and then I got to upload this show. I'll check back with you tomorrow for the post-game show. Anyway, this has been the Through These Gates podcast. I am your host, Caleb Salvatore. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on TikTok. Appreciate you so much. God help us all. Thank you.